Game time, Brian. Your name's staying the icon. You need a way to the fire. Tatey with hammer stills gunned in the living room. Just a mailbag full, delivering letters. Now I'm dropping that fuel from the 9 to 5 to the Cowboys grind. Turn my voice into a platform. Game time, Brian. Every snap, every play, break it all down. Blue and silver pride, yeah, I rep this town. From the news to the rumors, every hot debate. If it's Cowboys talk, man, I'm never late. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep, and we still chase it. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every game day is game time again. Game time, Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Dak takes the snap, Micah on the chase. Talking O-line, defense, who's making the plays? Trades, rumors, draft picks too. If it's Cowboys news, then you know I come through. No network scripts, just a fan with a voice. Doing this my way, yeah, that's my choice. Breaking it down for the real, no cap. If you're riding for the star, then you know where we at. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every damn day, it's game time again. Yeah, top run, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail rail grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play.
Oh yeah, Ron Oliver. Music meets sports. Go check him out. I have the link up top, but the link to the album is on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Please go check it out. You want to support me and Ron? That would be great. Thank you so much. Let me see.
So when we start talking about duos and beyond, first and foremost, the Cowboys, when we are start to think about it, CeeDee Lamb basically only had Amari Cooper for about 7 to 8 games, give or take. Now, granted, he got this chance of Pickens, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. They are already together and they are already making sure that they on the same page. And you guys got to understand that with all of this, this is what the Cowboys need ultimately. Now, this duo, I'm not saying that this is Shaq and Kobe. I'm definitely not going that way. I'm not saying that this is Michael Jordan and Pippen, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, nor this is a situation whereas you go all the way back and say that this is Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, right? No. This is one of those things whereas we need to see the Cowboys operating with this duo, because what this will open up will be the run game, will be the opportunity also to have your quarterback going crazy. So I do like the chemistry that these guys will bring together, and you're seeing the powerhouse of CeeDee Lamb and my God, George Pickens. Now the argument would be, Cowboy Nation, is George Pickens a wide receiver 2 or is he a wide receiver 1B? I love the argument. Why, Law? Because at the end of the day, we're not talking about forcing the ball to a 3rd option or a 4th option or a possible 5th. We talking about literally arguing between a guy that could be your 2nd option, which is your wide receiver 2, or your 1B. And this will elevate the entire room. Granted, everything is not given. You got to earn it. And I do love the aspect that these boys are working together. They are out here at a Kyler Murray event, of course, but this just shows that the chemistry will be there on the field. There's no big eyes, there's no little U's, and I can't wait to see these boys out there on the field. Now, granted, when I look at CeeDee Lamb, I know that he can give you 1,300 to 1,400 yards easily, right? And when targeted, yes, he can be a double-digit touchdown guy. And the same, one can argue for George Pickens, because when you really look back at the tape, the guy can get separation at the top of his route. And the kinds of calibers of routes that he had to run underneath, Steelers really didn't run that type of offense. So now you get a mixture of that. I love creating this chaotic moment for the opposing teams to stay up late, because still, at the end of the day, if you trying to put your number one DB on CD Lamb, that's cool. That's cool. But now Pickens going to eat. Or vice versa. You try to roll coverage, bracket George Pickens, my guy Lamb would eat. It's just that now we block it up front. Everything else will work its way out. I see the chemistry and the continuity and everything. Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns.
Well, there it is, the dynamic duo. So says Law Nation. Shout out to Law Nation. He truly is, I would say, the voice of the Cowboy content creator, in my opinion. Law Nation, just that velvety smooth voice. You know, Law's got a way, man. I met Law when we were in Dallas. He's a good man. So he spells it out. I'm more excited. Again, I'm not getting nuts with it all. Rolo, what's going on, brother? Good evening, game time, everybody. Hit the like button while you're here for the mailman. Thank you, Rolo. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, my man. You go in the hopper for that. I'm not here to say anything about anything. I'm just going to say the game of football requires schematics. You know, the better coach team has a big time edge, right? So if you have two dynamic wide receivers, and they're both dynamic, we could say whatever people want to say. Very dynamic. So it's gonna definitely be an interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what these teams are going to actually do against these two wide receivers. You can't double them both. Somebody's going to be open. That's why the run game is going to, succeed or be as good as it's been in a while. So let me let the people in. Again, I'm not trying to get all carried away. I just wanted to bring that out. My allergies are killing me again. I was outside all day today, so I was going to do a morning live stream, but I did not get to it. So I didn't even make Mark Holmes's 5 o'clock. So I was outside doing a lot of work, opening up the pool's not open. It's open, but it's not swimmable yet. It's clear as hell, though, I must say. But so yeah, doing a lot of stuff. Get all ready for the weekend, next weekend. But anyway, let's go to the top and see who's in the house here. We got a nice crowd already. Very good. Very good. I wasn't sure what we're going to have. Let's do it live. Jimbo, what's going on, brother? Isaac Ramirez, Logan Motorsports. Jeff Lee is in the house. How are you, Jeff? Arturo Gomez. Hoodie Kush 81, what's going on? How are you? Flip Shelton, how are you? Twiz is in the house. Thanks for gracing us, Twiz. Miss you, my man. Chris May, what's up, brother? CZ, what's going on? Who else we got? Who else is in here? I know I saw some new. Hallie Pierce, how are you, Hallie? I hope all is well. West Virginia Country Boys in the house. How are you, West Virginia? Dustin Bosley, Boats and Hose. Daniel Barry's Sports Highlights. How are you? I guess I got to start hitting buttons like Mark does, huh? Maybe that will be. Adrian, where you been, brother? How you been, man? Adrian, it's been a while, brother. I haven't seen you in here. I hope all is well. Randy McIntyre, what's going on, Randy? Who else we have? Susanna, what's going on, Susanna? How are you? I hope everybody's doing good. Susanna, I believe from the Philippines. Who else we got going on here?
Dustin Bosley, Boats and Blues. Daniel Barry's Sports.
Let's see here. Elena Walker, how are you, Elena? Mem 10's in the house. It's like having the playmaker and T.O. on the same team. Mem 10, again, I don't want to get too foolish with it, but on paper, and Law Nation, it says it exact. We haven't had this type. CD only had Amari Cooper for 7 games. I don't think people realize he only had Amari Cooper for 7 games. Really. So again, just looking from that way. Marcus Blackman, how are you? I think you're going to see a better version of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is a hard-ass schedule, so we'll see. But I think at least I think you're going to see the Dallas Cowboys represent themselves the best they can. I think the best that they have. Maybe they won't get to 12 wins. You would say, well, it wasn't as good a year as it was 2 years ago. But it's really not how you start. It's not how many wins you pile up. It's how many you get at the end of the year. But long way off. Long way. It's exciting for Cowboys fans to have these 2 weapons, at least for 1 year. Anyway. Who else we got? EJB. What's going on, brother? EJB's in the house. Hoodie Kush. Yeah, I see you, man. You are in the building. I appreciate you being here. Vinny Hagen, there you go, brother. I know you haven't been feeling good, Vinny. I hope all is well. Who else we got? Law Nation, yes. I gotta hurry up and fast forward. We got a lot. Ultra Cowboys in here. Ultra Cowboys been sending me a lot of information. A lot of information that Eagle fans ain't gonna like, but a lot of like stats. But Law, like Ultra Cowboy, it's kind of like everything you're saying is right, but when they win the Super Bowl, how can you kind of have to just deal with it. Law thinks people from Texas wear helmets. We'll have to check that out. Thanks. Dirty Sanchez, what's going on? Yeah, Pickens actually is taller than CD. So yeah, he's like 6'3.5". Yes, or 6'3.25", something like that. Yeah. Again, Hallie, I'm the same way. On paper, it's exciting. We need to get there. We need to get to you're seeing what this can do. His teammates loved him in Pittsburgh, in George Pickens. He just was a little bit of a hothead. Mark Holmes going to be in the house in a bit. Okay, cool, Adrian. I don't know if he is. I haven't talked to him in a while. Law sells it pretty well. He does, Bruce. Law's, he's the man. Game time is the reason of the Cowboys' thank you, CZ. I appreciate that. YouTube, a CZ, in honor of my Eagle fans and in honor of my childhood. You saw that one picture I'll put up every once in a while. The picture of the vet, the Spectrum, and what's that, JFK? I mean, Franklin Field. Was that Franklin Field? Yeah. What was the name of that? That wasn't Franklin Field, was it? YouTube, J Capella. What's up, brother? Georgie Cowboys. Hey, Brian, it's nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, thank you, man. I was kind of laying low for a couple days. Matt Batten, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Okay, we're all caught up. What's up, gentlemen? We got Jesse, we got Randy, we got Chris. I thought I saw, I don't know why Thomas couldn't get in here, but what's going on?
How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing okay. Kind of a relaxing night now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I'm hopping on Ultra and Wade's bandwagon now.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you, I haven't been this excited in 20 years.
Damn! Look at you.
I'm serious. I just think our offense is, with the additions we've done on offense, it's going to be harder to slow down the offense. And if the offense can stay on the field,
defense.
It keeps the defense off the field.
But I mean, to me, and I know people are going to laugh at that because we haven't seen nothing, right? But I really do think it's going to come down to our defense. I think our defense has to be good against the run, or at least mid-pack.
I agree with you.
If they could do that, again, I'm not getting carried away. You guys can do that right now. I'm just saying, when I look at this team, I'm curious to see how that defense is going to come out with the cornerback situation. Not to be negative, but the corners, you know how that goes.
Well, I got a question for you guys. Next year, when it's going to roll around, and if Pickens plays well this year, do you sign Pickens or do you sign Bland?
You could do both if you wanted, but
Depends how they play.
yeah,
Well, we got to sign Tyler Smith too.
we do.
No, depends. Yeah, depends how they play. If they
We
play
do.
outstanding, then you gotta choose one.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I don't really need to go down that road right now because it's just nothing but frustration. I know Mark did a video. We're losing this guy, we're losing that guy. I really don't want to do that,
Boy.
because who the hell knows? You know what I mean? Who
Right,
knows?
I agree with you.
Um,
I think this division is going to be really closer than people think because
honestly,
of the hard
yeah.
schedules.
Honestly, I would say Bland would be the odd man out.
I would too.
I would only say that because we just drafted Siobhan Ravel, and in a perfect world, Savon works out well, and he is a player, especially going into year 2, not necessarily this year. Hopefully I'm expecting him to contribute this year, but you would hope that next year he would be locked, he would be starting opposite Diggs, opposite. We have a bunch of guys there, it's not like we don't. We have a bunch of bodies there. I like Israel Mukwamu. We got Kalen Carson, who had a rough start with the injury and did not look the part last year. We'll see. We got Trayvon Diggs, is very, very young, although he's coming off a microfracture. So there's a lot of ifs in that room right now. I think that's a market, and we talked about it. We talked about it ad nauseum. We talked about possibly dipping into the trade market for a corner at some point, or we're sucking up a guy who's released June 1st. I still think that could be a possibility. I think they're going to be looking at Trayvon Diggs. He's starting his lateral work.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So we'll see. Again, I'm not, but I think Ravel, Diggs, that's a good start. I love Bland. I do. But if he has a year like he's been having, now last year he was injured most of the year, didn't come back till week 14, something like that, 15, and he was never really that guy. So Bland is probably going to command big time money. So probably, if you're a gun to head, I would say probably he's going to be the odd man out. But I don't know that. I'd say try and do it. I don't know. That's a good question. So what's going on, Jesse? How you feeling? I don't know what's going on with you. Are you working? You home?
I'm home, guys. I'm home. I'm just one thing I really don't understand about the Eagles. They're complaining about their schedule. Have you seen mine?
Yeah.
Jesus
I was going to say,
Christ.
Jesse, I'm sorry. I don't know who's pissed off at y'all, but y'all got the hardest schedule in the NFL. They rated it the hardest.
Yeah, they.
I don't think
like
ours is too far behind, but yeah, on paper it's.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
either.
That team is painting their team like, oh, we got this, we got back to back, this, that, and like, you're the champions. You deserve that schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And my team, well, it is what it is. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna do what we got to do. And even if we have a losing season, which I think we're gonna try, we're gonna do what we got to do. We'll see who's here.
You should be. This is exciting. If I'm a Giants fan, let's everybody just relax for a minute. If we're Giants fans, we got to be happy with what their team is doing. Okay, despite the coach,
Brian.
despite the GM, they got Jackson Dart, who looks the part already. Slicing and dicing, albeit in shorts. But he looks the part. That was Randy was on him. Randy was on him before anybody I know was on him. I knew who he was. He's like, well, you better look at this guy, Jackson Dart. And next thing you know, I'm talking Jackson Dart. Ultra Cowboys talking Jackson Dart. Primetime Phil's talking. And next thing you know, he's killing it at the combine. He's going to go ahead of Shador. Damn right he's going to go ahead of Shador Sanders. Jackson Dart might be the best quarterback when it's all said and done.
I think New York is on the rise. They're on the rise, man.
They are.
They
You
are.
can't keep them
You know,
down for too long.
I think Jesse, I think if y'all win 7 or 8 games, you're actually a lot better
Dude,
team.
Yeah,
I'll
so
be
if you
happy
win
with
7
that.
or
Look,
8
I'll be
this
happy
year,
with that. Rebuild.
Shit.
You-
Now you get another good draft under your belt, and then it's new territory. Mark Hush said
Exactly.
paper does not mean anything. Anything can happen. Convey 1 and 16.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I hear you, Mark. That's all we got right now, buddy.
That's
is
true.
on paper.
That's true.
That's all we really have. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what we're talking about, though. We're talking about hypotheticals. We're talking about, getting back to the Dallas. Football is a game of X's and O's, not necessarily the Jimmy and the Joes. It seems like, I was watching a special on Tom Brady, and they were talking about how important was Bill Belichick. And they were talking to ex-players, and they said, without Tom Brady, the Patriots would have been 9-7 in those Super Bowl years. It was Tom Brady was the mastermind behind that, and I really do believe that.
I'm with you 100%.
I was watching a special where Tom Brady was he was talking about getting ready for the Super Bowl. It was an interview. He was getting ready for the Chiefs, and he said by the time the game started, he knew the Chiefs defense better than the Chiefs defense knew it. And he came to the line of scrimmage, and he's right. Tom Brady is right. Shout out to the Eagles for beating this guy twice. Or once, but still. Because he gets to the line of scrimmage and dissects you instantly. He knows where the blitz is coming instantly.
Outweighs you.
Yeah.
You never give that man 2-minute drill.
Well, and the thing about Brady was he never had an over the top, other than
Mark.
Moss for 2 years. He really never had an over the top receiver. He always, I don't know what it was. He just had that leadership ability.
Yeah, well, he just had that inner drive to be great.
He had what we call it.
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't want him to hear it, but my son was he was way more talented of a baseball player than I was, I think. But he didn't nowhere near go as far as I did. But it really does. I don't want him to hear it because he'll get all pissy. But yeah, but he was a hell of a pitcher. He's a hell of a pitcher.
Hey, Randy, he did have Gronk though. Remember?
Yeah, he did. But I'm talking about
it's the people who wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. and go do their work when everybody's asleep, and they have that inner drive to be great.
Yep.
That's what makes somebody go and go further. If somebody doesn't have that drive, then a lot of times your talent will go by the wayside. Sorry, I missed out yesterday. I was pulling a calf. Your calf or an animal?
Sounds like an animal.
But
Putting that hand deep, with that arm deep.
I hope you're feeling okay, Mark. Did we do anything yesterday? Oh yeah, me and Primetime Phil, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you two guys are going at it.
Yeah, sorry, my days are running together here.
So Glimmer.
Yeah, Glimmer man.
Experience with cows. That's some hard ass work,
brother.
man.
My grandfather did that. That was not
Mark
fun watching him do it.
He works on.
Those
he
things
owns a
eat
farm.
like nothing, man.
He's a
You should
man's
see,
man.
One cow's enough for like 6 horses. It's
Giants
ridiculous.
9-8, Kid Cowboy. If they could win 9 games,
I would be happy with
schedule,
that. I'd be
would
ecstatic.
I actually think that would be not good. I mean, that would be
That'd
good.
be really good.
But
for you.
I don't. Nah, I don't know. I think a good 8 and 9. I mean, I don't know. Hey, I don't know that I see.
With this schedule, I think 7 wins is going to be about what y'all are going to be.
Yeah,
but that's still better than last year.
If you win 9 games, you're probably going to win a playoff game.
Yeah, I was saying, if we get a 9-8 with this schedule, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Right, I hear you.
That's funny.
I hear you.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, brother.
But the NFC East all has tough schedules. They can say what they want, but we just have a tough schedule this year.
We lost somebody. That was Randy. We lost him. Yeah.
There he is.
Oh no, there he is. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Where the hell is my thing? Hold up. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Life's been crazy, huh, Matt? Yeah, brother. I hear you, man. I hear you. You too, Jay Capelot. A lot is still trying to figure out his. Oh my God, I can't say that.
Oh Jesus!
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh God! Ultra. Horrible.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh.
We're gonna riot, bro.
You're gonna be somebody's gonna pick in your house, Ultra. Someone's gonna go pick at your house.
This is for you, Ultra. You know that was so good, man. This one's for you, man. That was such a good.
Y'all, I'm telling you, if y'all get 9 wins, what's in the contract get 9 wins?
Well, let's dig into the schedule. I love looking at schedules. I'm not in any way looking at I'm not looking at let me see here. Hold up here. Let me pull up the teams. Where are the teams at? Team schedules. There we go. I'm not nowhere near wins and losses, but let's just look. We'll look at the NFC East again. I love looking at this. Again, regular season, New York Giants at Washington. I mean, they're throwing you right into the belly of the beast.
That's a win. I want some Washington.
That's a win. I mean, listen,
just to see Momo's expression when we win.
Oh, yeah. If you win, Momo's going to have a heart
I'm not saying
attack.
I wouldn't be rooting for you.
No, I'm saying I'll root for me.
Yeah, Mark Hutchins says 10-7. I kind of like that. I do. But I could see 11. I could see 9. I could even see 8 if it's bad. But I don't think so. I think 9 or 10 is where we're going to fall. So you open up at Washington, at Dallas. So you open up out of the gate with 2 divisional. If you could somehow be 1-1 after that, but I mean, honestly, I would think you'd be 0-2 here. But I've seen stranger things happen. Then you come home to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh.
Listen, man, you could go to Washington and lose by 3. You could go to Dallas and keep it close and still be 0-2. And then you come home against Kansas City Chiefs. So it's like
beautiful.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Here you go, week 4. Los Angeles Chargers. If you could somehow be 2-2 after 4, then I think you're on your way. I
could see us beating Chargers. I
think you could beat the Chargers, but they're not going to be a pushover. But if you're 2-2 after 4, then that's okay. Now you're really going to do something that year. Maybe 1-3 at New Orleans. Okay, I mean
that's a W.
You would think, right? You would think
they got quarterback issues like
you
crazy.
would think, right? I would agree with you. Home against the Eagles, October 9th, Thursday Night Football. Home against the Birds at MetLife. Eagles have how many in a row have the Eagles beaten the Giants? I don't know.
It was like 8, 9.
It's been a lot. I'd have to look that up. At Denver Broncos, week 7.
I'll take a W on that.
I think, listen, I haven't even really analyzed their schedule. I just feel like they're going to go make a deep playoff run, if not Super Bowl. I don't think the Chiefs are getting back. I think the Denver Broncos are going to be for real.
We'll see.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You play Eagles 2 times in 3 weeks.
That's what I mean. And they're complaining. That's what kills me.
But I mean, I don't like that for NFC East reasons because a lot of times you're a different team if you play them 6, 7, 8 weeks later, 9, 10 weeks later. A lot of times you're not the same team, so it's more interesting. Here, you're basically the same team 2 weeks later. So it sucks. If you have a bad injury and the guy's going to miss 3 games, you're going to miss both of the Eagle games. It sucks. Yep. So at Denver, at the Eagles, home against the Niners, bang, bang. I mean, and like, I mean, I don't think they're going to
That's
be
another
as
tough
good,
game.
but I think they have
They
a lot
got
of holes on their team right now.
they do. That's the only thing that
They
I'd
have a lot
say
of
that
holes.
is
I think you
close.
could actually win that one.
I think so too because like I said, he has a lot of O's and it
At
could be
the
close.
Bears,
It could be close.
I think the Bears
we
are
gotta
going to
get a
be good
win.
this year, but we'll see.
That quarterback.
I like him, but he's we'll see. Home against the Packers.
Tough
At
game
Detroit.
Right there.
At New England, okay. I think you have a shot
New
there.
England? I have a shot at New
December
England there.
1st. You get a week 14 bye week. Interesting.
Yeah, that's one of those.
And then you come home against Washington. I like that. You get a bye week. You get 2 weeks to prepare almost. And
Yeah,
you're
Mobo,
home
come see
against
us in Washington.
Home against the Vikings, which I'm not as big on the Vikings this year under J.J. McCarthy. I think that, he may, I mean, they're always better than I think they're going to be. But, at the Raiders, okay. So it does soften up a little bit.
Well, yeah, after
home
getting
against
sifted the first
Washington
few
after
weeks.
a bye, home against Minnesota, and then at the Raiders. So if you can make the week 14
Yeah.
with 6 wins, you could be sniffing. And then you are home against the Dallas Cowboys the last week of the year. So
Yeah, I see 7 or 8 wins.
I can see that.
That's probably that last game is going to be probably a win because if Dallas is going to do what I think they're going to do, they won't care about that game.
We'll see. We shall see, Jesse.
Maybe.
Yep.
We shall see. Not holding my breath, but I'm hoping. Let's see. Like. Thanks, George. Thank you. Appreciate it. I see 11. Our offense will be more explosive than you think. Our defense will want to bring pressure. Well, Glimmerman, I like our defensive ends. I really like our defensive ends. So, I think we're going to be good, but we still have a lot to prove here. But let's get to like before we get to some other schedules, let's get to some around the league news. Brock Purdy signed a big time deal. What's
about time?
What's your thought on that? You think he got more than he deserved? Do you think he got what he deserved, or what?
Well, they had no choice. They waited too long.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock Purdy. It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if that I would have given him $53 million. I'm sorry, but I just don't know. I don't know if he's the guy.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially with the lack of weapons they lost.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very good. I think they're going to be around 500 this year, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't see them being the old 49ers that we're used to watching. They lost their main middle linebacker, their receiver. I mean, they've lost a whole bunch of players. We'll see.
Well, he got his money. Now you got to prove it.
I think the Rams are going to surprise a lot of people.
But the Rams, another team that's a sleeper. But I'm trying to figure out who else. Actually, people were talking about New England that might be a sleeper team as well. I don't know. That was the big wigs on the fucking radio and TV talking like that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but.
So yeah, Brock Purdy he signed that, or he finalizes a $265 million deal. I mean, that's
you got $77 million up front.
That's
a lot of damn money.
Yeah, he's set for life.
He is. He definitely is. And a little news here. The Niners sold 6.2% of the franchise to 3 different families. So
damn,
that's interesting.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I just saw.
Didn't hear that either.
49ers are selling 6.2% stake in the franchise to 3 Bay Area families. This week, it seems like 3 of the parties who approached the family came with the right offer. The 49ers are working to complete the sale of more than 6% of the team to 3 area families. The Sportico, which first reported the The pending sale Thursday said the sales will be done at the franchise evaluation at more than $8.5 billion. So the Koshla, Dieter, and Griffith families are prospective buyers, with the Hostlas purchasing 3.1. So they're buying 3.1. The Dieters are 2.1, and the Griffiths 1%. So what does that give you, Randy? I mean, what do you get?
Are they hard up for money or something, or what's going on? I
Jeez.
don't understand that one.
Yeah.
Sounds like you should play Godfather music for that.
He says
Deal.
it's just one of those things. If there's an opportunity that makes sense, we would always explore that. I don't ever see Dallas doing that. Do you?
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
I
Jerry's
agree
not
with,
going to give up anything.
I agree. You know, I know the Bottles is not that broke. And yeah, the Bottles, they sell on
Well,
the
York
49ers
family owns it, don't they?
You talking about Denise York?
I think it said the.
Yeah, Denise had it at one time, but I think she sold to the DeBartolos.
Okay. Well, the York family isn't.
Who's her brother?
Yeah, maybe.
Who's her brother? Denise York.
Daniel M. I kind of thought that's what we'd be doing first June. Just being doing something like that, but we'll see.
What's he saying?
Talk about
Yeah,
we're looking into DJ Reader
they both become mad.
around June.
I hope so, but he's currently on other Lions, so
yeah. 2 weeks from now, we'll find out what's going on.
Yeah, whether they're going to release him or not.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like to get.
Yeah, it would be nice.
To me, that's a money grab.
Are they looking at doing it then, or what's the deal with Reader?
Probably looking into it.
The rumor is he's going to be a cap casualty. Detroit's been trying to look for a trade partner. Again, he's 30, I believe. He's a big guy. I liked him last year coming out. Dallas showed no interest in him, maybe. But let's be honest, Troy, they didn't show interest in anybody last year, Dallas.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look at their record last year.
That was a major question mark.
They didn't do anything. Remember, they didn't sign one player. You know.
Yeah, even in free agency, they didn't.
They didn't sign anybody until after the NFL draft.
Because Brian, they were all in.
Hey, Oscar.
What's going on? Danks 9000. Coaching will be the wild card. I opened up the show with that. What's up, Bobby Murphy? What's going on? I don't know. Donnie's drum covers. How you feeling, brother? I know you've been under the weather. Game time and crew miss all you guys, and life happens. I'd rather have Purdy at 53 over Dak. I'm not going to hate on you for that, bro. I'm not. I mean, he's taking his team to a Super Bowl. So how?
I agree.
How could we bitch and moan about what he's making? You know. So
yeah, that's true.
He's going to a Super Bowl. So, but anyway, let's get back into the schedule. So, but first, Troy, how you been? Everybody was asking me if you're okay. And
yeah, I'm fine. I just lost my 2 laptops. I finally got a drive and got my computer guy in, and here we are. We're back.
Thank you.
Voila.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay.
Oh, Brian, my wife says hello.
Well, tell her. Well, I'll say hello. How are you? I hope.
Here, I'll let her listen to you. Hold on.
Okay. Good evening, Mrs. Troy. How are you?
Good.
Good. I hope all's well. Everybody's missed Troy, so I'm glad he's back.
I'm actually glad he's back too. Thanks.
All right. Well, just make sure he stays back this time. All right.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice talking to you. Ultra Cowboy. Thanks, brother. Big Sills breastfeeds YouTube J Cap a lot. God. He's on fire. He's on point. Watch what you say. You might be in Ultra's crosshairs tonight. But let's get to the Commander schedule. I don't. Troy, I don't know if you saw the Giants schedule. It is absolutely.
Yeah, I saw it. It's a brutal one,
It's
especially
absolutely
Philadelphia
brutal.
and twice in 3 weeks. Wow.
I don't like doing that with anybody because if you have like any sort of injury, major injury, you're going to miss both divisional games. I don't think for either team
I
is
agree.
fair. I don't
Like,
like
Goodell,
that.
what the fuck do we do to you, Goodell? Shit.
I don't know, but anyway, here we
I
go.
seem to remember Dallas had some of those in the past.
Yeah,
where they would face somebody in the East twice in 3 weeks.
Lately, they always want us to start and end with NFC East. So,
yep.
All right, this is the Washington Commanders schedule. Again, we're just looking at it. Let's see, compared to the Giants, which was a gauntlet.
Tell me about it.
This seems a little easier, right? I would think. They open up against the Giants. Okay, I'm sorry, Jesse, but if you're a Commander fan, you feel good about that.
We'll fix him. No, I got something for his ass.
At Green Bay. If you're going to play Green Bay, Troy, you want to play them early in the year. They always seem to start out slow. They remind me a lot of the Cincinnati Bengals, right? They always get out of the gates kind of like sluggish.
I think we're at Green Bay this year, aren't we?
We are, but I believe it's in October.
But it's like towards the end of the season.
No, it's in October. It's October.
Oh, it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas.
Oh, is it in Dallas?
Yeah.
It's in Dallas on a Sunday night.
Okay. Nice.
Yep, Sunday night.
All right, so we got home against the Giants, at Green Bay, home against the Raiders. That's not hard. The Raiders are okay. They'll be good, but it's not like what the Giants are dealing with. At Atlanta, okay. I mean, what do you guys think of the Falcons this year? I mean, do you think they're going to build upon last year?
Nah, I think
they're a hard team to figure out.
Yeah, I think they may still be in disarray.
Big time question mark.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they have a lot of talent, but I don't know that they're gonna. I don't know that they're gonna really reach their
quarterback.
potential.
Especially the quarterback.
I mean, they're banking on Michael Penix, so we'll see. At
Michael
the Chargers. So again, this is a lot easier schedule than yours, Jesse. At Atlanta, at the Chargers.
My goodness, that don't seem hard.
This is not hard at all. I mean, let's just home against the Giants, at Green Bay, home against the Raiders, at the Falcons, home against the Chargers. That's not hard at all. I'm not trying to be, like cocky, but if you're a Commander fan, they're going to be in the mix because this schedule is a cakewalk.
No doubt.
Home against the Bears.
Come on.
At Dallas, okay. At the Chiefs, okay. We're heating up a little bit. Home against Seattle, okay. See, it does get hard. Home against Detroit. At the Dolphins, week 11. Home against Denver. At the Vikings, so it heats up a little bit. At the Giants, week 15. Week 16, home against the Eagles. Home against Dallas, at the Eagles. So Washington is the same situation.
Washington has the same thing as the Giants. Back the Eagles twice in 3 weeks.
What that means is they think that the Commanders and the Eagles are going to play for the division when they made this schedule.
Yeah, that never.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen.
I want Dad want to bump Washington out of the fucking playoffs just to shut them up.
Well, I think that again, I think it could possibly happen, but I didn't realize.
Looking at that schedule, I'd say they probably are going to be about 11-win team.
Mark Hutchinson, records mean nothing within the division. No, they don't. But I think winning the division will mean something, but not much with only one bye week.
Who's going to stop? Who's Washington going to stop on offense? Their defense is atrocious.
I mean, their schedule gets tough at the end of the year. Eagles, Dallas, Giants, Vikings, Broncos.
I'll be back, guys.
Dolphins, Lions, Seahawks, Chiefs. So they need to get off to a good start. They need that good start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that end schedule is going to be brutal for them.
Yeah. So and it's divisional. So you could have everything you wanted, and then all be taken away in a heartbeat. So,
so their last 4 games are against the East.
Yes. Yep.
Huh. That's weird.
All right. On to the defending Super Bowl champions. I know we know the schedule. I know they're really concerned about the schedule locally here. And again, I think we'll all admit Giants have the hardest schedule out of and Washington may have the easiest schedule.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, but let's see what the Eagles have. Eagles start out with Dallas. Okay. Banner night, that's a tough spot for the Eagles. At the Chiefs. It's a little revenge, but we'll see. Home against the Rams. 1:00 game. Rams are coming across the country. That's big time favorite to the Eagles there. At Tampa Bay early in the season. That's always been a tough place for the Eagles to play. Not to say they can't win, but still hot as hell. And, that's a tough spot for the Eagles. But it's not that hard the beginning of the schedule. Home against Denver. They get them at home. So I don't think it's, I like Denver, but at the Giants. Okay, week 6 at the Giants. Week 7 at the Vikings. Okay. Again, basically a rookie and J.J. McCarthy. I'm not. I don't think Vikings are going to be that great. I could be totally wrong about them.
I'm with you on that.
I could be wrong. I mean, I was wrong last year.
On the O-line. It depends on their O-line.
Yeah, let's see how
October.
Let's see how their defense holds up. Jalen Carter and them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's always we could sit here and say, they're going to go this, this, and this, but they lose half their team, then they're not going to do that. They get a week 9 bye. That's a good bye week.
That's not bad.
Week 10 at Green Bay. So Eagles have to play Monday night in Green Bay in November. So you would think it would be a little bit chilly. Not horrible, though.
That could mean a lot.
This is probably the game that I would have earmarked as a fan to want to watch the most. Detroit Lions Sunday Night Football at the Link.
That should have been the NFC Championship. That should have been the NFC Championship.
So there we go. Here's the tough stretch. Here's the tough stretch. The beginning of your season is horrendous. It's not easy, but compared to the Giants, it's not that bad.
Coming out of that bye week, it's going to be murder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. After the bye, it's at Green Bay, home against Detroit, at Dallas, a 4:25 start. Home against the Bears, at the Chargers, home against the Raiders, at Washington, at Buffalo, and home against the Commanders. Again,
holy cow. They've got both Washington and the Giants.
So all 3 of those teams, Eagles, Washington, and the Giants all have that. They play a divisional team 2 out of 3 times. So
all against each other.
But if you guys are rating those schedules, I would go Giants 1, Eagles 2, and Washington 3 right now.
No doubt.
I mean, look, do you guys agree?
I agree with you.
I agree. We're not getting to the Dallas. We're doing Dallas now, but
I see 11 and a 13 games.
Troy, I see that. I see it. Since you're the NFC, or let's just say the Super Bowl champions, you're going to get a hard schedule.
But it's not as hard as yours. So
I'm going to say, at best, maybe 11 wins for the Eagles this year.
Well, they'll probably win a division. If I'm
worst case,
my low is 11 for
with this schedule, if you got 12 wins, you're going to win the division.
Yeah.
If you 11's going to be where everybody is going to be bunched up around, I believe.
Yeah, 12 or better.
29 and 11.
But for Eagles fans, I don't think it's as hard as you think. I'm not saying the people in here are saying it, but I don't think it's as hard as you think. I really don't. When you go back to the top, again, I think you can get out to a decent start. Home against Dallas, at the Chiefs. Okay. Home against the Rams, at the Buccaneers. 3-1, 2-2. I think 3-1. If you come out of there 3-1, you're cooking.
3-1 would be probably the best.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
The home against Denver, you don't have to go to Denver, Mile High. That's
Yeah,
big.
true.
That's
That's
That's a
big.
big one.
That's
That's a big
huge.
big.
one.
Dallas has to go to Denver, I believe, don't they?
Yeah, we have to go to Denver.
So it sucks.
That's how that
I mean, at the
altitude will kill you.
Giants, you haven't lost there in forever. At the Vikings, you normally
We'll fix
kick their
that.
ass. Home against the Giants, and then the bye. So the first 8 weeks of the season are fairly. I mean, I would say for a Super Bowl team, that's a good schedule, people. That's pretty darn good.
Mm.
You know, the only good thing I got to say about the Denver game is we don't got to go there late.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. You're right, Thomas.
That's the good part about that.
Not
We don't got
gonna
to go
be
there
cold.
late.
Out of the 14 times we played there, we've only won 5 times. They've won 9.
That's hard to play up there, though.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah, if you've never been mile high and if you've never ran or did anything kind of like that, you lose air quick.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Leo?
Oh yeah,
How are you,
that's
brother?
like crazy.
I could email me, Leo, if you want to hop in the chat.
Hey Leo, I'll send it to you, bud.
Oh, you have
through Facebook.
Okay. If you want to
You
hop
know what,
in
Brian?
here and talk, you can hop in, brother.
You know what, Brian? What I haven't heard is a lot of people aren't talking about Detroit. You better give them respect because if they can get that defense right, it'll be tough.
Well, that's the thing. If you're looking at the Eagles' schedule, right, Week 9 bye, and then, I mean, your first 8 weeks is where you need to do your damage. You cannot come out of the gate slow. And I think the NFL helped you out with Dallas just because, listen, you can say whatever you want. If you're playing Tampa, it's not the same. You know, Dallas Cowboys on Banner Night is going to be at a fever pitch.
I think our murderous game is going to be that.
Yeah, well, we're getting
Thursday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're definitely getting to that.
Oh,
like in a few minutes. But so after the bye for the Eagles, that's where it gets tough. At Green Bay, home against Detroit, at Dallas, home against Chicago, at the Chargers. I'm not a big fan of the Raiders, but then at Washington. At Bills, home against Washington. So the end of the year will be interesting. You know, that's an interesting schedule. So the Raiders game is kind of interesting. But moving on to the Cowboys schedule. So right now we got the Giants. So right now we got the Giants, followed by the Eagles, followed by Washington. So now if we're looking at the Cowboys schedule, we come right out and we're in the belly of the beast in Philly. Okay. We're at Philly.
You know, so I was going to say, someone mentioned earlier over on Mark's chat or call, that's Dak's mom's birthday.
Oh shit!
So if
that doesn't mean anything, come on.
No.
Oh, you bet it does. You bet it does to him.
No, well, I'm sure it means something to him, but I'm telling you now,
it does mean something. Let me tell you
motivation.
Why.
If you need
it's his mom's birthday, but it's also my birthday, and God wouldn't let me down that way.
You were gonna say that, Chris.
I believe it.
He said he didn't get the link, Chris.
Oh, he didn't? I sent it to your messenger, bro.
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
I heard that too on Mark's channel. Oh, it's her birthday.
I didn't even.
They're gonna win.
I was outside.
They're gonna put up a 50 burger that night because it's her birthday.
Rest in peace.
I know. I'm not being disrespectful. I mean, I get it. I mean,
no.
You want to play?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I didn't hear it.
You want to play and honor your mom and all that. I get it.
I'm looking forward to it, but I can't say 50.
I don't want him thinking about his mom. I want him thinking about what passing things.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to say.
It goes back to the.
If we're thinking about moms that have been deceased, I'm going to get my ass kicked. I'm just.
Then Jalen Carter is going to take your head off.
Hey, Rob, it's just like the old saying from Rocky, Mickey, but in reverse: women weaken legs.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So anyway, we open up in Philly, then we come home against the Giants. Okay, at the Bears. Okay, we don't get them at home. It seems like everybody else gets them at home, but we got to go to Chicago. At least it's in September. Okay. So,
yes.
You got lucky for that one.
And then home against Green Bay.
We don't have to go there in the cold.
And then we're home against Green Bay early in the season, which is good. Week 4, Sunday Night Football. Again, we have 8 standalone games, not counting the 425 game of the week games. But standalone, we got 8. It's nuts. So at the Jets and at the Panthers. So I think the first 6 weeks isn't horrendous. All right, I get it. At the Eagles, that's a tough one. Home against the Giants, at the Bears, okay. Home against Green Bay. And then, I mean, you could be 2-2 there. And then at the Jets.
Then by week 6, you should be 4-2.
I mean, you would think things can happen, but and then you come home against Washington. We always play Washington good. That's where people are like, you're not going to win 7 games. I mean, just like the beginning of this schedule is not the problem. I mean, again, I'm not saying we're going to go beat the Eagles, but in all encompassing, the Giants, home against Green Bay, at the Jets, and at the Panthers, that's not horrible. And then you come home against Washington, who we let's be honest, we probably should have swept. I think Washington will take a step back.
50.
I have a weird feeling that they are, but that's just my stupid opinion. At Denver,
they don't have much of a defense this
right
year,
now,
do they?
I mean, they added some pieces.
Denver will be a top 5 defense this year.
Denver,
Denver will be. Yeah.
No, he was talking about Washington.
Oh, Washington. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was saying Washington, their defense is going to struggle.
Washington.
I don't know.
I think they lost 1 or 2 key pieces, did they not?
Well,
yeah, they did. Their defensive line is very, very thin.
They picked up that D tackle, though, from the Jets.
Yeah, Allen.
They
lost Allen, and then
right.
Yeah, Rob. Right
Hankins.
now, I mean,
what's up, fellas?
What's up, man? I made a bold.
Well, here goes the chat.
I made a bold statement, Rob.
No, we're not here for that.
Here we go.
He's Mark Holmes in here, and it's a wrap.
I made a bold statement, Rob.
This is the Cowboys safe space. I'm here to be respectful. I love the talk of the schedule.
The Denver Broncos. I think
What's up, Leo?
I think Denver is my.
Peace, Rob. How you doing, man?
Am I on mute?
Good, my man.
No,
I hear you, brother.
I hear you.
Sorry,
I hear you, Brian.
You mentioned Denver. What were you saying about Denver?
I was just saying. I think Denver is a team that I haven't analyzed their schedule, but my quick glance at them is they could go to the Super Bowl. I know. I know
no, you're right.
They're gonna get. They're gonna
that's
Kansas City
that's
run.
that team that pops in. I see him playing
Sean
Buffalo
Payton is
in
the guy.
in the
Game
championship
time. I know
game.
exactly what you're saying.
It's something
That's
in
the
my
team-
head.
Yeah, that's the team that could fuck it up for somebody. Like if somebody,
that's kind of how I feel.
Well,
You
that
got
could
a
be
team
the
that's
team
on
that
a
can
run?
fuck up somebody.
Yeah.
Is what they
Sean
are.
Payton,
Yeah,
you can say whatever you
yeah.
want about him. The dude's
Yeah.
He knows how to win, man.
They're so
Yeah.
under the radar this year. They
Yeah.
picked up Ufunga. They picked
Yeah.
up that
You know they're
linebacker.
going to be hungry.
Yup.
Hey,
Yeah.
Leo,
One at a time.
you know who they're going to be hungry for? You know what who's Denver going to be hungry for? They have Chiefs. They want some Chiefs.
Well, I mean,
They're the AFC. They're their division's version of the Commanders right now.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And you see what I'm saying? And to Game Time's point, like understand, that's a Sean Payton led team who's been battle tested. This is their second year in this offense, right? Game Time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
yes.
and the
Phil
only
loved
thing
him, by the
It's
way.
their third year. It's their
the
third
best
year.
the only good thing for us that I can even think of is at least we ain't gotta go there.
Well, that's what
That's
I
what we were just
said.
talking about. We were
And
just
Bo
talking
Nix
about.
doesn't look that bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
we
looks
don't have to
very
go there when
efficient.
it's
Well, that's
cold, though. That's the
That's
good
what
thing.
Peyton. That's what Peyton does. He develops quarterbacks. So
Yeah.
Bo Nix isn't a perfect system there. With Peyton.
Yeah, Phil loved Bo Nix coming out. He was touting Bo Nix in the first round. I'm like, no. And don't you know he went in the first round and had a hell of a year. So Dallas, I mean, I would say through week 7 is okay. And then it's at Denver. That's a
Then it
tough
picks
spot.
up.
Home against Arizona. Again, on paper, okay, we could beat Arizona, but for whatever reason, Kyler Murray's 9-0 at AT&T Stadium. Now, again,
And they're gonna have a sneaky good defense this year too.
and they will, and I think that's a game we can win. Well, and it's a Monday Night Football, but I will be like watching with one eye open or in the closet, kind of looking out because Kyler Murray. Yeah, don't go there. But Arizona is always a team who always plays us well. But again, we'll see.
Considering we have their offensive coordinator and they know he knows their tendencies.
We got some things that on paper, I think, kind of lean us, but it's on paper, people. That's who the hell knows.
It's all about stopping that run.
Yeah.
You know, Kyler can run too. So
week 10,
Connor's one hell of a back, man.
Week 10, we get the bye. I got my week 10 bye week, and then week 11 we go to the Raiders again. I don't know.
That's a W. That's a W.
Well, I mean, it's after a bye. You would hope Monday Night Football. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I know it's happened. Well, Dallas hosts Monday night, has a bye, and then plays on the Monday night.
Yeah, that's
well, you know, game time. I was saying in the chat before I came on, I was trying to tell you, if you look at those games that first 8 weeks or throughout the season, you'll notice that, you know, like we play you guys on the 4th, right? And then our next game isn't until the 14th. We have if you take a look at this, take a look at the Philadelphia schedule, and you'll see that we got a number of mini buys.
Nice.
Throughout we get some rest. Oh yeah, we do. I mean, the schedule's not as brutal
as it.
Well, everybody here is panicking.
That's what I was trying to say.
Now, game time. Here's what's interesting is that when the in betweens, when it's a short week for us, god damn, it's a short week.
Yeah,
like I think we have like a Sunday night game and then a Saturday game, or a Monday night game and then a Saturday game and then a Sunday game and then a Thursday game. We literally play on every day of the week except for Tuesday and Wednesday. We play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know,
I'm not Ultra Cowboy. I'm not predicting wins and losses. We're just looking at it, bro. I'm not predicting wins and losses.
We'll say this: we have 4 Thursday night games this year, which is a record.
Four
Thursday.
I
didn't realize that. I didn't realize
4
that.
Thursday night games.
So that's four. That's 4 mini
back
buys.
and forth all across the
I have
country
to do
during
my
this
math
time.
on that.
Yeah, but two of
bad.
your Thursday night games are back to back, so you technically get a week off.
Yeah, I understand, but
okay,
after
my bad.
after the Detroit game, you get a week off, but.
And then you also
But
the
you
other
gotta think
Thursday
of
night
this,
game
Rob.
starts off the season, so you got all that rest before in your first.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of them right there.
Yeah, but
3 out of the
Rob,
4.
I think we play the Eagles on Sunday, and then we play Kansas City on Thursday, and then we play Detroit the following Thursday. So
I get it. I get it. No,
and an 11.
You guys who's your game 2 game time? The Giants?
Yeah.
Monday night
Okay.
football, or
So
Sunday.
it'd be 3
night.
games. It's 3 games in 11 days, is what you're saying. Game time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No,
So
I get
then,
it. That's
your mini buy is
It always is.
you're playing New York, right? After your mini buy after the first
so
game,
then
right?
that could be you
Sunday,
could rest starters by.
Okay, we play Kansas City, coming off of off of week 1 going into week 2. That's our mini buy. I don't mind that, right, Rob? I mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I don't mind that at all.
Right, because you get some rest in between, a couple of days more rest.
Yeah, and I have it on authority from someone who played in the league. He told me one extra day means the world to them when it comes to recovery and all that stuff.
Thursday games I can't stand, so the fact that we got 4 is not good for me. I just hate the product of a Thursday night football game. But anyway,
the product hasn't been good.
Circling back, like we get to week 10 bye. We have Arizona on Monday night, and week 9, and then we got a week 10 bye, and then we got a Monday night at the Raiders, which we'll be at. Randy, you're going, right? I'll be there.
So you got Vegas coming off the bye.
Yes. So we got 2 back-to-back Monday night. You're going, right, Randy? You said you're going?
Yeah, I may be having 3 different surgeries, so I'm have to. Yeah, 2 on my both knees and 1 on my Achilles.
Oh shit!
Oh,
man.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Prepare off of that one.
I'll be there if I can, Brian. You know.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't know you were going through all that.
Well, it just came up.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
Would you hurt yourself or?
No, I have arthritis in both knees, and then my Achilles is because my knee has been bad, and I did one of the things in the Army, and that it's just carried on.
Oh man, come on, Randy! I got mine going through airborne school. Don't tell me it happened.
I got mine. I got my infantry.
No, I was
Things
playing
with 100 pound
football
rucksack.
against one of the other teams on post, and I got hurt the way I stepped.
Oh, I did it. I tore my knee up in airborne, bro.
I tore my back up getting thrown down a sand dune.
Damn.
You guys see my right leg. I have nothing but veins popping out of my whole leg and my knee and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have like
I'm destined. I'm destined for the same type of surgeries that Randy is going through.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah, but I'm 64, you guys. It don't recover as fast as
right. I'm 50.
Hey, Randy.
So
Randy, I haven't put in those implants so you can run 120 miles an hour so you can run to LA.
I'd be happy to walk without hurting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Randy, I'm with you, bro.
You'll be all right, Randy.
Getting up in the morning.
You'll be all right. Mark Holmes says that he can run 19 miles in 19 minutes after a torn ACL, so I think you'll be all right.
I hope so. I hope so.
He as the water boy.
Hey, when you wake up every day and you're hurting, it's
Yeah,
hard.
I know that feeling.
It's hard,
Oh.
and that's what's going on right now.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
But hey, I'll be better, guys. Don't worry about me. I just
When's
want
your
to talk
surgery?
football.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I won't know. They're doing 2 MRI. The VA is doing 2 MRIs on me in about 2 weeks.
Yep. And you can't miss those appointments.
I won't miss them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's my insurance now, being retired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't sleep on Vegas on that game though, because I tell you what, Dallas's Achilles heel is run defense, and I think Genty's could have a big game.
Oh, I forgot about Genty.
We don't know what our defense.
I think we're going to get a D tackle before the start of the season. I hope. I really do hope somebody like
another free agent or something. That's
something like Reader.
They're going to let Reader
go trade for one.
I wouldn't let Reader go. I wouldn't if they're so close of winning one. I'm talking about Detroit.
They drafted a young one. They're having, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, will you guys
have money like that next year? Like the money y'all gonna have this year? You'll also have this same kind of money available to you next year too?
Right now.
Will you after signing?
We'll save money with Mike for the first couple of years.
Right. But don't you still have to sign your corner and your your guard?
Micah
will save them money.
Right.
But I mean, you still got to extend some players.
We'll be close to 50 million under after Micah. We'll be like 30, like 45, 46. So we'll see.
After you sign Micah.
I mean, any of these new deals, the first couple of years, it's minimal anyway. So if you sign Tyler Smith, it won't be.
Hey, Brian, that depends on your Mark's beloved man crush on Catboy.
Catboy, yeah. Again, that's if they backload it.
You guys
we'll
call him
see.
Catboy.
But anyway, we come home to play the Eagles, a 425, week 12. So that's Sunday. This is where it gets tough. Okay, you have the bye week, right? The first 9 wasn't horrible, right? You have the bye week. You go to the Raiders, which is actually a real close flight for them. And then you come home for the Eagles. So you're kind of, it's nice. You get the bye.
That's week 12.
Like you shoot like a quick flight to the Raiders. And then you come home against the Eagles. You stay home for Thanksgiving against the Chiefs.
4 days later.
That's not bad.
And then you get, you have to go to Detroit. So Detroit gets a Thanksgiving, and then they play back-to-back. Detroit plays home on Thanksgiving, and then they play the Cowboys the following Thursday. So they didn't give the Detroit bye either.
That's the Thursday game.
Yeah.
That Detroit game's going to be.
And then there's another Thursday game, but I don't know what it is.
It's on
I think
Christmas.
it's Washington, I think.
No, well, we play on a Saturday. We play on December 20th.
Week 15,
and then we got the
come
Monday
home
game.
to play the Vikings. I'm not big on the Vikings this
right?
year, but that's just me. We're home against the Chargers.
I agree with
I
you
think
there on the Vikings.
Sam Darnold, right?
No,
he's gone. He's up to Seattle.
Who's the
J.J.
quarterback?
McCarthy.
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 Quarterback out of Michigan that got hurt last year.
Sam's with Seattle now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Gino's down in Vegas.
So this is what I'm saying. After the Lion game, you come home for the Vikings, come home for the Chargers. and then you're at Washington Thursday on Christmas Day.
I see 10 wins in your season. I mean, it's early. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen.
I
now.
don't even want to go there,
fun.
but I'm 9-10. That's kind of where I'm at. Like Holger's like, you can't
Until they hit the
I hear you, bro.
You can't say nothing until you hit the gridiron.
This could be a competitive division. I feel
Moves
this
could
year.
always.
So
I
think
said
about
that
it.
last
Will
year.
always dictate
Actually,
your
guys, I'm not. I mean, that stretch is tough. You know, after the bye, it's at the Raiders, home against the Eagles, home against the Chiefs, at Detroit. But then it kind of lightens up. Home against the Vikings, home against the Chargers, at the Commanders on Christmas Day. Again, we always play Washington good. And then home, and then at the Giants. So that'll be, I'll tell you one thing, Jesse, that'll be fun for you. Even if you're out of it, I think, dude, your schedule's brutal. So let's say you have 7 wins and you can't make the playoffs, right? That's fine. But you're going to make it hard for us.
Yeah.
Brian, we may go to that Charger game because that's the Cowboys' last home game of the year.
Yeah, I won't be going to AT&T this year. I'm just real quick. Aisha Robertson, welcome back to the Zoom crew. You are now in the hopper. Thank you.
Hey, Aisha.
Welcome back, Aisha.
What up, Aisha?
I will say this about the schedule. The schedule this year, you know, we could go through the first half, but you don't know what kind of teams you're going to be playing in the second half. Whether they're going to be good, the injuries have taken over. So your schedule might not be what it's going to be right now.
And one other thing, Randy, like back in the day, we had 4 preseasons. These first 2 games are going to be like preseason.
Yeah, that's when you have all your bad injuries, your soft tissue injuries.
Yeah. Well, and hence why I was putting the emphasis on all these little mini buys that, you know what I'm saying, that we're having just for that.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah,
You get the rest.
If you look at week 16, I mean, goddamn, we got to go to fucking Buffalo.
But you know what, though, Leo, I think Buffalo will have it wrapped up by then because they're in a weak division.
Right.
I think they'll be. I don't think Josh will play that game.
That's what I'm hoping for, Rob. Honestly, like
what's up, boys? How you guys doing?
What's up, Joe? How are you, brother?
Joe.
But
hey, boys.
No, I'm with you, Leo. I mean, I think they'll have it wrapped up by then. That's a weak division, and I think they'll be. I think they'll have that division wrapped up by week 13.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Go ahead, Thomas. What's up?
Yeah, and it may be snowing in Buffalo when y'all get up there.
That's what. Yeah, I mean,
that game is in.
So my question to you guys: you saw Dallas's schedule. Where would you put their schedule? I think we all agree the Giants. I had Eagles number 2 hardest. Is Dallas's harder than the Eagles?
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
Well,
I think we're about
close,
equal.
but
as
we're
hard.
pretty close.
Yeah, as hard. Like not harder, but as hard.
I mean,
you guys going to Denver is a big deal to me.
Yeah, we're going to Denver, and
that's a huge deal.
And we got to go to. We got to go to Denver. We got to go to Chicago. And that's in September.
Chicago comes to us, but we got to go to Kansas City, and we got to go to Buffalo.
And then we go just to give you a heads up game time. It does snow by then here in Denver at the end of October.
I
live in Denver, so
I will say this too. Everybody is talking about
Kansas
Kansas City is going to take a dive. I don't, Kansas City had a great draft, and I'm going to tell you, they're going to be better than people think.
Which is why I'm glad we got them.
Really did have a good draft.
Denver wants some Kansas City. Denver definitely wants some Kansas City.
I don't think Kansas City's too scared.
I'm happy.
You're never
got
scared when you have
Kansas City the second game of the season.
Yeah, I got you. Get them early.
I hope
if we gotta go out
whips
there,
their butts so hard this year.
Yeah, if we got to go out there, it'd be nice to go out there when the weather's nice.
Right.
I mean, damn.
With your luck, you're gonna have snow and a Mile High Stadium.
No, not that early.
Snow.
Well, we're not going to Denver. We're not going to Denver.
No, he's saying KC.
Oh, KC, yeah.
It'll be warm till then. It's
hey, Brian.
It's September 10th.
Hey,
what's up, Aisha?
It'll be warm.
Hey,
Leo.
Hey, Aisha, what's happening?
Hey, Troy.
Yeah, but we got them September 10th when the weather's nice.
Hey, Thomas.
So that's where I think about those things as well. Like, okay, the the other thing too is Rob, we got Tampa this year, and it's like in Tampa in September.
It's gonna be hot. You know that.
It's gonna be humid as hell.
Hey, the Giants aren't going to be a pushover either.
Thanks, Jimbo.
That defense is
curse
tough.
Tampa won't last forever.
Jesse's got himself a defense.
One at a time. Stop
I
talking.
haven't seen a
Jesse.
defense like that since Lawrence Taylor. Shit.
Is Tampa coming to Dallas?
No.
Hey Jesse, how you like our Jesse? How you like our quarterback?
Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. I see it on the gridiron. I love him, but I see him on the gridiron.
We don't play Tampa this year.
Really?
No, we played Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah. We've always struggled with the Cardinals too.
Yeah.
Cardinals and
Arizona is to
Tampa
us
Bay.
is what Tampa Bay is to y'all.
Okay.
Yep. Thorn in the side.
Tampa Bay.
I would agree there.
We're
Randy.
Arizona's rival.
But you know what? One thing I'll say is that the NFC East is just tougher this year, and I like it. I mean, the Giants did some good moves, and Dallas did some really good moves.
Facts, Rob. Facts.
That's why I'm excited
I like
this
that.
year.
Yeah,
We've gone years without making any moves.
By next year, guys, we're going to be the NFC Beast.
We
I don't
already
think it's
are.
going to take next
I think
year.
we are.
I think it's here.
We already are. Yeah, we're there already. We're the NFC Beast right now. We're the best division out there.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, we've got the best
that.
fourth place team in the league.
Let's analyze that. So let's look at the divisions in the NFC. You got the NFC South. You got New Orleans, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. I think that's
weak.
Weak.
Least.
Then you got the North. We got, which I think it may rival
Equivalent
us.
to us. Yeah, equivalent to
Yeah,
us.
that kind of rivals us.
You got Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, and then
three
you
playoff
have
teams.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
who's like the
Minnesota, yeah.
Giants. I think
I give them. I put them number 2.
Exactly.
I agree.
Then you got us, and then
1B.
you have the West, which I'm expecting the Niners to take a step back. I just am.
Yeah.
I know people go, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I can see
counting them
that.
out." Listen, they have a lot of holes on that team when you really look at it.
Especially defense.
So let's
They
look
lost
at
a
that
lot of
division. You
players.
got Seattle. Okay, you got Seattle. You
I
got
think
the
the Rams will take
Niners.
that.
You got
Seattle's
the
suspect.
Rams, which I think is good, but
Yeah.
Stafford,
I see the Rams.
if he goes down, I don't know. And then you
Yeah,
have
that's true.
Arizona. So I think we're better than that division as well. So I agree.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
That's the North and the East, and that's where I want to see it. I'm on record. I love that last game in MetLife. If Dallas is out of it, fine. If Dallas needs it, it's gonna be tough going up against that team. They're not gonna be just rolling over.
No, we're not pushovers
That's
at
the
home.
thing, and I want that. It just it harkens back to when I enjoyed it. Emmett, with the dislocated shoulder, going up in the to Meadowlands, trying to get into the playoffs. They needed to win that game, and I remember it was just I like those games. But
Well, you know
look
what,
at
Game Time? I
Yeah.
think that I share the same sentiment when it comes to San Fran. And let me tell you why. Because I think that they're in the beginning or in the midst of trying to recover from Alex Smith, all those picks they gave up, Jimmy Garoppolo, all of that.
And the
Because
players they lost.
yeah, and look, Javon Hargrave didn't turn out to be what they thought he would be for them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things, and I often said this,
They got to
you
the
know,
Super
like
Bowl, though.
they got lightning in the bottle when it came to Brock Purdy, okay? But to be quite honest with you, Brock Purdy was never even supposed to see the field.
Mr.
When you look at
got paid.
yeah,
He saved their jobs though. He saved Shanahan and Lynch's job.
And that's the thing. I still feel as though when you have something like that to that degree, when you lose out on that much capital, everything that was given up, you see what I'm saying? And no heads rolled. See, I got a problem with that. And I'm talking about from not just coaches, I'm talking about front office, scouts, all of that. And nobody talks about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, beyond,
Hey, Linda, how are you?
well, beyond,
And I'm
beyond
starting
the
to
draft,
see
Thanks, Kid Cowboy. Thanks, brother.
like that championship window they had. Yeah, that's
closed.
that's
It's
cool.
done.
Shut.
Yeah,
That's
it's
shut.
done.
Well,
And-
see, beyond
and-
the drafting,
It's
because they
shut
missed
and a
on
nail.
some drafts.
Right.
What
And then-
hurt them a lot too is that they're signing their salary cap is catching up to them as well. That's why they
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's why Debo's gone.
That
Hargrave
happened
wasn't
2
there.
years ago in the 90s.
You know, and so, you know, the Niners, their window's closed.
And mind you, they got to get ready to pay Tig. You know what I'm saying? They got to get ready to pay him.
Who?
Right. Coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
So Tig, Jair Brown from Penn State.
Oh yeah.
Kid from Trent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got to get ready to pay him now. Well, at least in the next year or so. So that cap mismanagement and also that all the draft capital that was lost just from Alex Smith and Jimmy Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? Just off of the strength of those two. And what happened? Mr. Irrelevant was never supposed to see the field if everything should have gone according to plan. And so when Game Time says, I think that San Fran has probably taken a step back, they're not going to be as good as people think. I thought that after
really, to be honest with you, Leo, really, to be honest with you, Leo, he was really a cap body. He was really a cap body. Everything just
they got
just
lucky.
filling the.
Well,
they got super lucky.
They got lucky because Purdy
got mega lucky.
The GM's job is what he did, is because they missed so big on that
John
Trey
Lance,
Lance,
the coaches,
on that Trey
and
Lance
the
deal,
coaches.
giving up all that capital for Lance and missing. If Purdy didn't come in and win, Lynch would have been gone.
Yeah,
that was his agent's point when they were trying to pay him.
And for them this season, Brandon Ayuk coming back from that injury isn't going to be.
Hey, Leo, just so you know, your Phillies won.
Thank you. Good job.
They swept the Pirates. You too,
Good job,
Brian.
guys. Yeah, good job.
Alvarado's out for 80 games.
Hey.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he's out. And he's out the playoffs. So.
Yep. And not getting paid.
Nope.
Let's go Mets, Vinny Hagen.
So again, Game Time, I feel you on that whole thing about San Fran, but it's a lot deeper, and I feel like that part of it all, when we're talking about the mishaps from the front office part, often gets overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Because and I don't understand that, considering how massive that loss is, and look at where you at now.
So,
and Mr. Irrelevant got paid.
So let's look at the AFC. So we're looking at Dallas Giants, Eagles, and Commanders rivaling Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota. I would give the edge probably slightly to us, but it could go either way. It could go to them if Minnesota's good. So
it's close.
So let's look at the East of AFC. You got the Bills. Okay, we're good. Miami. What do you guys think of the Dolphins? Just on the surface, again.
Mid.
We're not talking.
Yeah, they're going to be 500. They're going to be around 500.
Here now, they have a lot of train wreck type issues, but I don't know. I mean, I mean, what does people really think of the Dolphins? I mean, we don't know
that
what's
coach situation too. Shit.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Nobody really likes. It's difficult to watch Miami play and not hold your breath every time Tua gets hit.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
and to be honest with you, those consecutive injuries, like the way that they happen, I think had a profound.
Is?
It's
Skylar Thompson.
No. Zach Wilson is their backup.
Yeah, from
followed by
Yikes.
Followed by Quinn Ewers.
Interesting.
So that's their quarterbacks. You got Tyreek Hill spreading his seed faster than anybody I know. I mean,
I think they got like 15 baby mamas.
Yeah,
he's on the other side of the hill.
I don't like watching Miami because I'm afraid of just seeing what's going to happen with Tua, and that has had a profound effect on that organization as a whole. So,
CTE.
You can't help it. Everybody was telling them you need to retire. It's about your health, and I'm sitting there like, damn, like it's difficult.
I just don't see how his family let him play.
Doing like this and everything. There's some things, it's just same thing with Hamlin. It's difficult, like without holding your breath. You know what I'm saying? That dude almost died. You know what I'm saying? And praise God, he's alive and He gets to do what he's doing, but I'm just not comfortable. It's difficult. I'm not comfortable watching him play. I'm happy he's playing, but it's just
Hey,
and
Leo,
that's
it's
how
like
I feel
watching a
about Tua.
train. Leo, it's like watching a train wreck. You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, and you scared.
I
You know what I'm saying?
You know, that night when it happened, I ain't gonna lie to
I
you.
remember that night.
I couldn't go to sleep.
I remember that night.
You know, me and a friend of mine
Mm-hmm.
talked about it. Damn, man, you know, anytime on the news, man, they can report something, man. You know,
Yep.
That's what we was worried about. We was worried that we was going to hear something.
Yep.
Either on the news or notification phones that, you know, something don't happen.
Yeah, and
transition.
And game time. I think New England's on the come up, bro.
Well, that's where I was going to next.
I think they're on the come
New
up.
England's next. I like the coach. I like I like them. You know, I like what they're doing. So.
Yep. I think
they still have Judon.
No,
Matthew
no.
Judon.
He's out there. I think he's.
Yeah, I think he's still out there.
He's shot, but no.
Yeah, he is. He's shot. Yeah. We have enough edges.
But yeah, I like where they're
Who is
going.
that?
Matthew Judon. He was with
Judon.
No, he's up in
Matthew
Baltimore.
Judon.
He's in Baltimore. He's been in Baltimore.
Well, then who am I thinking of? The guy who's
back in Baltimore?
You're talking about Jamal Adams.
No.
Jamal Adams going back to the Jets.
No, I don't think so.
Well, they got they got Milton Williams from us.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You're probably
He went to
thinking
New England.
Jadavian Clowney.
No, I'm thinking.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What team are we talking about?
He's with Atlanta. He's with Atlanta.
No, he went.
But
Yeah,
I
they
think,
traded him to Atlanta.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta.
Didn't he?
Yeah,
no,
but
okay. Baltimore traded him into Atlanta.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he was released now, so he's actually out there if anybody wants him. But he's 32. He'll play at 33. He's not really good anymore. So, but anyway, yeah, New England's an up and coming team. I mean, just looking at their depth chart, you know, I don't know what's everybody
They
think
got
about Drake
Milton
May.
Williams.
I mean, I'm not a huge Drake
not
May
a big
guy.
sample size.
You know.
Well, and game time. Don't forget, that's another team that's going through an entire whole coaching change too.
Yeah.
New offensive coordinator.
They
new
do
everything.
got Milton Williams.
Yeah, but they got that. That's the thing. They got a talented team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got some real nice pieces coming in. They're not quite there, but I see
like
them.
their corner Christian Gonzalez. So yeah, they
Yeah,
got
that
some
guy's
nice
good.
pieces.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah. So
Corner.
the
They got some
receivers
pieces.
are
They're up and
kinda-
coming, and they got money too. That's the
Yeah.
thing. They got money. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they had the most money.
They got
this
the
year,
most
right?
money, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Mhm.
Game time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, who you got in the NBA Finals?
I think the Knicks are
Right
going to
now.
be in the final.
Knicks.
Man.
New York would go crazy.
Leo don't like that.
No. The thought just came to my head. Everything they said about the Philadelphia Eagles, if we won the Super Bowl, is what would apply to the New York Knicks if they win the championship.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
Like
that
the-
would make me feel better though with the Eagles winning. We need a championship in New York.
It's the Knicks.
it's
That's the
beyond
thing.
me.
Spike
It's beyond
Lee
me
gonna
how
be
in the
happy.
hell that Dallas ever let Brunson go.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys see?
Thing ever.
Did you
Don't get me
guys
started
see-
on the NBA.
Brunson
No
is
comment.
Did you
legit.
guys
The
see
dude is
that
the ball.
interview that Shaq did when they asked him about they asked Shaq about there was a girl reporter and she would say, well, she goes, I kind of think it was rigged, right? I mean, the draft lottery. I'm on
The
board.
Dallas Mavericks got the first pick, yo.
Yeah, it was. How the hell
Dallas
did we get
Mavericks.
Well,
from
let
the
me finish,
1
guys.
to the
Let me finish
5?
my story. This
Let him
goes
finish.
back to when he was coming out of LSU.
LSU.
He came out, and then David Stern, I was going to say Daniel Stern, David Stern said, do you want to play in the cold weather or the warm weather? That's
Wow.
what he told him. And he goes, oh, I want to play in the warm weather.
Orlando it is.
Orlando, it was. So if you're telling me that it ain't rigged, it's. Bullshit. This goes
Look.
back to Patrick Ewing. Sorry, Aisha.
Yeah,
This goes
that
back.
started it.
This goes back. I'm a big basketball fan. It's just
Mhm.
it's very hard for me
1970s,
these
80s.
days with the way my franchise is run. You know, we should have dumped
too,
Embiid
buddy.
to the
Sorry.
Knicks.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
year we could have had a haul, but
Well, they're shopping the number 3 pick from what I heard.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, but do you remember?
I don't mind that either.
Yeah, me neither.
Do
Me
you
neither.
remember?
Because those guys are raw. But anyway, let me get to the story real fast. So well, I basically said it, but yeah. So you're telling me that the Mavericks, they trade Luka? Okay, I don't care what you say. Luka, the value of Luka is way more than the value of an Anthony Davis at his stage, right? You gave up a young superstar who was having weight issues and maybe
Or street
Made
clothes.
no sense. Made
Got
no
one
sense.
pick. One pick.
and then
It's just
to
crazy.
reward them with a Cooper Flag.
They
That's
threw him a
not cool,
bone.
man.
They threw him a bone.
You had it,
They
though.
totally did.
I mean, teams like who got screwed? Who was the team who got
Utah Jazz.
It was
and,
us. We
Washington Wizards.
got screwed.
Washington. San Antonio got
San
screwed.
Antonio.
That move was a safe. That was a safe.
No,
fate
San
for what the
Antonio
city
moved up too,
giving
though.
away Bogdanovich.
Well, here's the thing. To Game Time's point,
If you don't
that
understand
was
the process
getting
of
the
the
number
lottery,
one
you have no
pick.
room to talk. It just
Getting
seems
the
like
number
it's
one
rigged.
pick in the lottery is the actual value of a Luka trade. That's what you got.
Yep.
But now,
He saved his ass. That guy
like,
saved his
happy
job.
for
They
you
saved his
somebody,
job.
the
and
league
fans.
probably says something to Dallas like, "Hey, look, just go along with this for now. We're gonna take care of you. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. We got you." You know what I'm saying? That's what this.
That's what it was.
I'm
wink
happy
and a
for the
nod.
Mavericks fans because they're the ones that got screwed out
Oh,
of it.
man.
Fans for
Oh,
sure.
man.
Not for the front
They
office.
I'm
got
happy for
screwed with the
I'm
Luka
happy for the
Doncic
Mavericks
Yes.
fans. I ain't happy for Nico.
Well,
I'm
that's how
happy
you
for the
get
Mavericks fans.
I'm
That's how
happy
you get
for
the
the
fans to
fans.
re-engage because
Yeah.
remember how they were talking about the franchise Game Time, and
Yeah.
then now you reward them with the number one pick.
I'm
now they're
happy for
brought
the
back in
fans.
again.
I just
Yeah, they're gonna
I
get
am
Cooper
frustrated
Flag.
for other
Saying about-
teams.
You're a manager now.
Flag
Yeah.
was nice at Duke. Flag was nice.
Listen,
He's
right
gonna
now
make
the
them better.
league,
He's
the
gonna
league
make
has
them
to, the league's got to do what it's got to do to try and save itself. I mean, you saw how Adam Silver was out there trying to get those guys to play a real all-star game, like a competitive one.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, Game Time. It's like what we were talking about a few days about last week or something like that. European players, once again, they've been
We
dominating.
were in the Ultra. We were in the finals against the Lakers. Remember AI stepped over Tyronn Lue. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come
Game
on.
Time. That was in 2000. Game Time. That was in 2000
Yeah, but
though.
he's saying 83. That's 17
Oh.
years later.
Yeah, no, that we won then.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm telling
Yo,
you,
Game
weren't
Time. I
ever
would
good
actually
enough,
root
but-
for your Sixers that
You
year
know what
because I like
killed us?
Iverson.
You know what killed us was trading away what's his name?
Brunson.
No. In the Allen Iverson era, we had who was the power forward playing center for us? We traded him for
Andre
Dikembe.
Iguodala.
Was it Evan Snow?
No,
Was it
that
Evan
plays
Snow?
power
No,
forward
no.
that plays center.
McKee? Was it McKee?
No, what was his name? Remember he was having a great year, and then we ended up trading him for Dikembe Mutombo. We got
that went way
Mutombo,
back.
and we got rid of the center that we had. I can't think of it.
Oh, you went way back there.
I can't remember the
My
center.
Theo
Ratliff.
Theo Ratliff.
Ratliff,
I keep saying Ratcliffe. I kept thinking Ratcliffe.
Theo Ratliff. I know people laugh, but he was balling out that year. And
He
I
played
mean,
college while in Wyoming, I think.
Where was Mutombo out that year?
remember he was kind of like he was already old. I mean,
He was already old.
Yeah, he was like old and hurt.
He was our center in the finals.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had Mutombo.
So just like that center we had that
shout out to
that
Dikembe.
gave him $20 million, and then he got hurt his feet and he's bowling.
We had a new
yeah.
bowl at one time.
Joakim Noah.
Yeah.
I was rooting for your Sixers that year. I like the Iverson.
Yeah.
For real,
I mean,
Iverson was awesome.
Practice.
Yeah.
We're talking about practice.
Not the game.
Talking about
Not the
practice.
game.
Practice.
Yeah.
He still look good today, yo.
Bubba Chuck.
Behave yourself, Asia.
Yeah, I was like,
I
do you
remember,
realize Asia is all men?
I was telling Mark. I remember being in. I remember being in Norfolk, Virginia. My father was stationed there.
Yeah, isn't Iverson from
And
Virginia?
well, let me finish my thought. Yeah, he was. I didn't see him. I saw like some of his posse. I went there. I don't know who was with me. Maybe by myself, but I was. Nah, I don't know if I. Yeah, I think I was. There was a movie theater right there. I went and saw. What's that Spike Lee movie? I can't think of it.
He got
What's the
game.
name?
He got game.
No, it was
Do
before
the right
that.
thing.
Was it?
I can't think
Was it
of
that
it.
girl from
Yes,
Brooklyn.
yes, it was
Lisa
with the
Bonet?
girl.
Was Lisa Bonet? Lisa Bonet?
Nah, it was. He was.
Jungle Fever.
Yeah, Jungle Fever. Bang.
Fever.
Ah, okay.
Yes, it was Jungle
got
Fever.
you.
I went and saw Jungle Fever, and supposedly AI was there, but I didn't know.
wow.
Him and his people were there, but it was cool. So I don't know if that was before AI. It was probably before. I mean, so when was Jungle Fever? It was that. I mean, it had to have been shit.
That was in the 90s.
So I don't know that AI.
Same time,
was,
Holly's still
I
pissed
think he
about
might
the
have been
Lucas trade.
Georgetown still.
Shout out to Bubba Chuck.
Yeah, sorry, Game Time had to go back to work. I'll be back. I'll be in. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up soon. I gotta get up at
Game
4:45.
time.
What's up?
Holly's still pissed about the Lucas trade.
Who?
Holly pissed. She's still
Oh,
pissed
yeah.
about the Lucas trade.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Again, I'm happy for the
Yeah.
fans
And
that
I'm a
you're gonna
Lakers
get Cooper
fan.
Flag. I am, but
Yeah,
as
courtesy
far
of the
as that
commissioner.
whole, I don't know what the right thing to do is with like draft lotteries. I just feel like I see a ping pong ball. I know that sucked too, but at least I see what's happening. There ain't no, like bunch of crooked guys in the back making deals. You know what I'm
Happy
saying?
to see the NFL not even taking that on.
Well, that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, passing
Right.
on it.
Yeah, and then they were talking about, oh well, we don't want to have tanking.
Same time, can you imagine if the NFL had a lottery draft like that?
Yeah, well, that's why we're. That's
Every
why I
time
just
Dallas
said
would come
not
out
doing
with
it.
a
I'll be
number
jumping
one
off.
pick,
I'll be jumping
they
off the nearest
they
bridge.
would say it would
what,
be fake.
what do you guys think about the proposal of the new playoff seeding? It being
What's up with that one? I didn't
I
understand
heard
that.
a little bit of it. Just
yeah. So
yeah,
what
we'll
it
wrap
is
up.
they want to base it off of your
Austin Reeves. Mark
your
Custon
record.
says Dallas Mavericks will end up
The
with
best.
Austin
I
Reeves.
think it's the
Wow.
best 7 or 8 with the best record throughout the league,
Jesus.
regardless of division.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I like division winners.
Yeah, so
Win the division, get done.
I can see their point of wanting to do that, though. I mean, because you know, kind of like when you brought in that horrible
Yeah, I
Tampa
hear
Bay
you.
team being the number 1 seed when whether they win like 7, 8 games.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
They're the number 1 seed, but then
If
one team
Knicks
was
win
out
a chip, it will be worse than Antifa.
What we need to do is stop messing around, throw that another game to play. That's all. Get it done. You're going to do it eventually.
Well, and then this goes back to the earlier points on the scheduling. Here, when I look at the schedule and to Game Time's point, one of the biggest things for me is that if we can, take care of business early on this year, what Rob said earlier about playing Buffalo and then having to play Dallas, like I hope we're in that kind of position, Rob. Like I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win more games than people think we are, as long as health. As long as health doesn't become, as long as we have the same kind of health we had last year.
Bingo.
I like the divisions, and I'm with Twiz in the chat. I like divisions. If you take away, there should be something for winning your division. That's the bottom line. There should be something winning the division.
Leave it as is. Leave it as is. It works.
Sorry, Drew. I'm getting ready to roll out of here, brother.
Yeah. Well, you mess with that's when you start messing with rivalries too, because then rivalries don't become as important. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You might as well do away if that's the case, then do away with divisions, and then don't even do an NFC East, and that means you're going to lose the rivalry. You're going to lose it, and they just have it's. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
Well, you need one more team in each
listen,
division. You need it for
like if you're going to
to
talk about
even-
something that's annoying, just make it even. 9 and 9. 9 home games, 9 road games, 2 bye weeks, add an 18-game season, 2 bye weeks, extend the season. Just get it over with. This
It's coming with a TV contract.
Yeah.
With the TV contract coming, it's coming.
And
Not
one
only
other
that,
thing,
it-
game time,
Yeah.
I think is really important to point out too. I think it's just the same as for you guys. We don't have to go overseas.
I hate that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
I hate
saying?
that.
Like we don't have to. We're not any of the overseas games.
Yeah, I don't.
Jerry don't want to give up that money.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the overseas
And another
games.
thing, hey
Yeah,
Leo,
I
another
did not
thing-
like the Brazil
Jacksonville
thing.
and
Yeah.
I
Hey
don't know, New
Leo,
England
another
or
thing,
something
Leo.
every
One more
year.
Good night,
thing.
game time.
That means if
See
we
you,
get
buddy.
more
I'm getting
games,
out
we
of
get
here, too.
another game, we get another game, we can get more players on the team. That
Mm-hmm.
way, the injury thing won't be as bad.
Oh, you talking about having an 18 schedule?
Extended
Yeah.
roster.
But then that's also. But then you also get an extra bye week.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do that, yeah, you have more players on the team, but then you have an extra
Less
bye
injury.
week. Yeah, and then you calculate for how much is that going to grow the salary cap too to accommodate that. Like everything. One of the things I always said, is that one of the changes I would like to see is that you have all these different rules, but the one thing that has not changed
Thanks,
at all
Rob.
is the size of the field. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Make it wider or make it longer. Like make these guys use. Like let's run these horses. Let them stretch their legs out even.
Let's use these
think
rules
the
now. You
players
start off
usually-
at 35. What the hell? You start off at 35. Come on now.
I don't think the players
That's
usually
what-
ever
yeah.
agree to that.
That's an interesting idea. Like the Canadian Football League, they're
Right.
they're,
That's what I was thinking
Yep.
about. What up? What
Yeah.
up, Drew? Yeah, that's
What's up,
exactly what
What's
I
up,
was.
everybody?
Drew.
Yeah,
What's up,
like
man?
let's use that too. It could also help with bringing down some of the injuries too. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's what I said. Three
It's-
more players, less usage.
Yeah, because the field hasn't changed, but these players are bigger than they were 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah, but
monsters now.
Don't forget with the
They're bigger,
Canadian League,
stronger, and faster.
Yeah, the only thing that's changed
Yeah,
is the
true.
goalpost moved from the front of the end zone to the back of the end zone, and that was like what 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got those big
well,
old
there's
heads,
one
so
thing you
little
got to
forks in here
remember
now.
about the Canadian Football League. They have midfield as 55.
In a minute.
See what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is 55. Yeah.
Yeah. Midfield is 55, where ours is 50. So
Right.
that's an extra 10 yards either way.
Right.
That's why they do what they do.
Mm.
We would need to add that 55-yard line in order to do any of these things.
Well, and remember, their fields are wider.
They are.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
wider,
they're wider.
and longer. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's do that. I mean, if you talk about doing all these things for safety and everything like that. Hey, let's make the field wider and longer. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah, the only difference is
You're
the
gonna lose.
only difference is that goalpost is in the middle of the end zone. That's the only difference.
They're not going to do that because of the records that are out there. You
Yeah.
can't change the record books. They're not going to do that. Just like they're not going to change with the division rivalries. That would be messed up if the NFC East is broken up. That's going to ruin the NFL.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No,
I don't see enough votes for that to happen. I think everything is going to stay as is.
I agree.
I agree with you, Rob. Don't touch the NFC East at all.
Right.
yeah.
Or the
Well, I
NFC
mean,
beast.
well, what weren't the Cardinals in the NFC East at one
Yes,
point?
they were.
Yeah.
They were.
You know, again, we've seen changes
was in
all
the
around the
AFC, remember?
field, and we've seen changes within the field, but we haven't actually seen the actual field change.
They're all worried about right now. They're worried about the push. That's what they're worried about right now.
They're worried about the new TV contract, guys. That's what they're worried about.
He said the tush push.
But all right, everybody, I got to roll. So unfortunately, I could get up at 4:45. We could go on all night. I wanted to do it earlier, but I got stuck doing stuff. So let's get our final words. so I
Dang,
can get
game
to bed.
time. Dang.
Well, I'm working inside now, so I got to get up. I usually, by the time I actually get up, it's about 5 o'clock. So it comes early. But anyway, some final words here. We'll wrap it up. Don't worry, we'll do a few more this week. If I see you in the chat, Leo, I'll
It's good to see Troy.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I'm glad to see Troy.
Yeah, my computers were gone, so I finally
Okay.
was able to get it fixed.
Troy,
Good to see
Troy,
Chin
what
up.
happened to
Yeah.
your Dodgers, man?
Good seeing you, champ. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
Rob,
what
good
happened.
seeing you,
too,
bro.
champ.
Yes, sir. You
And
too.
good seeing
You too,
good
Drew.
seeing
Take care,
you,
guys.
Buttercup.
60 days until training camps.
Yeah, just one last thing. I didn't put it in the chat, but I do. Yeah, we're going to the Vegas game. We're going to Las Vegas. So we have, I know me, Thomas, Primetime, Mike Ward, William Tilton lives in Vegas. He'll be there. West Virginia Country Boy, Oscar Perini, and Wade wants to go. Momo wants to go. Loyal wants to go. So it would be nice to get as many of yous out there again. It's
Long Beach to Vegas is not that far, so I
it'll
may
be
try
fun,
and come out on
man.
a Sunday or something, bro.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So just keep that in mind. Don't
Game
forget
time,
about
one
the,
last one.
and we're working on. Yeah, just real quick, Aisha, and then I'll let you get your word in.
No, I just want to know the draft is in Pittsburgh next year. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll drive to that one. It's like a 5.5 hour drive. That's fine. I'm actually looking forward to the going to Washington D.C. That'll be fun. That's about a 3 hour drive.
Oh, you talking about for Dallas Commanders game, right?
No, we're talking about for the draft.
For the draft. Oh,
it's in Pittsburgh and then it's in Washington D.C. the year after.
Really?
Hey, Brian, just watch out for the waterfall there.
I've been there. Me and Marcus went there. I mean, I had a good time, but yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was saying. So,
okay, go ahead, bro.
It's all good.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
All right, later.
Hit the like,
Take care.
hit the like button.
Go Birds.